go to Liz, who's in Orton, in Lancashire. Hello, Liz.
Hi there. Well, I'm just lying in my boudoir. I've just had, I just felt like a cup of tea, and I made a piece of toast. So I'm languishing here whilst listening to you. And how is it affecting me? Well, I'm bored stiff. I mean, I'm usually going out. If I'm spread, I'm 92 this year.
You are not 92, are you, Liz?
Beg your pardon?
You're not really
I was
92.
born 1928.
Goodness.
10th
Okay.
of 10 to 1928. Why?
Because you did not, you've genuinely shocked me there. You did not sound like someone who was 92. But then again, what does someone who's 92 sound like?
Exactly. Well, you try, don't you, Bess?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always driven up to a little while ago. I miss using the car, but I do all my own housework. I live in a very nice house, and I appreciate where I live. I'm not a miserable old girl. I never have been. I've had my ups and downs, my troubles, but try and look on the bright side of life. Yeah. Always like dancing and music.
But in terms of this being a really sort of rotten time, and it is for me, it is for you, it is for everybody, because it's preventing us from doing things that we want to do.
I'm constantly being told, that I'm the one, that's likely to go and pop my clogs. But, I'm likely to pop my clogs anyway, aren't I?
Well, anyway, I suppose. What's it preventing you from doing in terms of keeping in touch with friends and family and the people that you would otherwise normally see face to face?
Yeah, what's stopping me, you mean? I used to go to the U3A.
Well,
have you heard of the
would you not?
University of the Third Age?
I have now, yes. Tell me more about the University of the Third Age.
Haven't you heard of it up to now?
I have heard of it, but you are the expert in this regard. So tell me and tell everyone else about it.
Well, it's great. I mean, you meet, you have wine tasting, which is good. You can come out of there tottering, while you've been supposedly wine tasting, and you have a good time at the wine tasting. And I've been on holiday with them, and it's interesting. You're meeting people your own age or younger. Yes, the UCA is excellent. You meet other friends. As your old friends are dying off, you make new ones. Younger ones are coming up, 70-year-olds, younger ones of 70 that are very kind to the oldies.
But you know what? My grandmother, when she was in her very late 80s, and she died at 100, but when she was in her late 80s, she still sang for she still sang in her local church for, as she put it, the oldies, even though many of them were much younger than she was.
Yeah, good for her.
It is true, though. I mean, age, if you want it to be, and if you're in good health, really is a number.
It's an attitude of mind. You see, some people have always been miserable. Age doesn't come into the equation. If you're miserable and dull, you're always miserable and dull. You don't just change because you're 70, You've always been miserable.
Do you think it's the wine tasting that you'll want to return to, the very first thing that you're able to do once lockdown is lifted? Do you think wine tasting is where you'll want to be?
Wine tasting. I'm tasting wine now, but it's nice to be in a group. And you have your friends round, and you can have a drink with them, and I speak to them on the phone. But you mix with people. You see, I enjoy music, so I stick my Sinatra on. I stick it on loud. I've got a very nice home, and I've got a beautiful view. The trees are beautiful. Everything's coming out. The plants are coming out. The roses are coming out, and I appreciate that. I certainly don't walk around with a face on and all miserable.
No.
I really don't.
And what's striking is that you are only as sort of fed up with the lockdown as the rest of us are, as everybody else is. There's nothing in your case that's making you more or less fed up.
I mean,
than other people.
Life hasn't been wonderful. I've had a couple of strokes. I've had a femur out. I've had all sorts of things in the last couple of years. But what's the point of even talking about it? You can just get up and do your best and doll yourself up and start all over again, stick the music on, and an attitude of mind it is. Attitude of mind. You don't go, oh dear me, it's going to get me, oh God, there's all sorts of things that's going to get you before this thing happens.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get old or you get anything, you're likely to pop your clogs out. You're not here forever.
What's the best Sinatra song to pair with a nice glass of red?
Yes, I've been on holiday with you three around wine groves and things.
And if you had one Sinatra song to enjoy with a nice glass of red, what would it be? Which one would you choose?
Chicago. I have that. I play it loud. I'm fortunate that I haven't any neighbours, so I stick it on. I blast it, And Chicago, great. And I saw Sinatra when he was doing one of his farewell dues, in London.
Yes.
My son was working in London and managed to get a couple of tickets for my father, for his father and I. So it was absolutely fabulous. It's 2:45 and he's on his piano. Oh, great stuff. Great stuff.
Did you say you've got no neighbours around you? Did you say that?
Well, it's a detached house, and the boy next door, he teaches, so he's a head, so he's having to go to school, doing whatever he does, I don't know. He's having to go out. I don't know how. I'm noted for having my music on, and I like it loud.
Well, I think, once this is all over, Liz, the party's going to be at your house because you've got the best tunes and you've got the best wine.
Parties. The party's over. I'm going to call it a day. Great. People should stick some old jazz numbers on or Sinatra on and sing away with them, Turn it up. And, music's great. Music is great. It really is. I think it is.
All round to yours, Liz, the second this is over. Real pleasure speaking to you. All the best, Liz. Liz, who's 92, going on 22, I think it's fair to say, in Alton in Lancashire, as no more or less troubled by lockdown than anyone else of any age. Fantastic.